Hello, I am PD Master Corey Russell. And the following game features a game where I was defending in a Ruy Lopez exchange. And this particular line that my opponent did led to a queenless middle game. So my play shows how to play with the black side. It ended up being an instructive game, so let's see what happened. That's black. D take is the best because if white takes a pawn, you take the knight, and then you're fine. Black's fine. So, it is this line. This is a favorite of Lasker, I believe. So the reason for this is I want to stop e5, and the other thing too is I'm going to plant my knight in e7, and for two reasons. One is it shuts down f5 for good. The other thing too is in some lines I do c5 and knight c6, knight e5, or knight d4. So for both reasons, that's better. And also too, I want to avoid f4, which would threaten e5. So if I want e7, I can respond that with s6, and e5 is contained. So that's the reason to do it this way. And of course, the other thing too is there's no really clear where to put the Lasker bishop, at least not just yet. It isn't. Okay, moving on. He develops. This is a pretty normal square. I'll follow through my plan. Chris says there's 3 Grandmaster games of this. It's c5. Protecting my pawn. Here, I think white should just castle. And he can castle king or queen, actually. King makes sense. And then play like f4 and just play it slowly and strategically. But white does this. The reason I don't think it's such a great idea is, so white wants my bishop. So yes, I don't have the bishop pair. However, he got the bishop pair by fixing my pawns. And so now I don't have any strategic weakness. So now I can play for a win. So making it easier for me to play for a win, to me, doesn't seem like the best strategy. But nevertheless, that's what he did. He takes the pawn. Okay. I'll just castle then. I think this is really good because I was going to play d5 anyways. So instead of maybe castling would have made more sense. And here, once again, castling is probably an order. Now again, another tempo. And now for the critical move, bishop f5. The point of this is, first of all, it can't even do c3 because then I win with rook. And you can't castle because I take the pawn. So he must do this, but the problem with this is the pawn, e-pawn's in the pin, which means I'm going to win it. Now, of course, especially in a rook and pawn in a game, winning a pawn doesn't necessarily guarantee you a win, but it certainly gives me an advantage. So I was pretty happy to see this. Of course, it pinned that. Of course, he did this. Pinning his rook. No surprise here. So I said, we not, let's be aggressive. Protect him. And so the idea of b5 is c4 and get my passed b pawn going. This is a pretty strong move. Like he's running out of squares for the bishop. And if he moves it, I'll get the b pawn, which is the problem. So he goes back. His key defense was rook 8 f2. Does that, the game continues. But he took, which made it easier for me. So here, Black's plan is I will sack all my kingside pawns, and I'll win the queenside pawns. And the general rule is a queenside majority is almost always faster than a kingside majority. And it's mostly because the enemy king isn't on that side. So the enemy king can't, contain the pawns. So I was quite happy to do a trade and just race down the board, basically. So let's see if this is an exception to the rule. But I didn't think it was. So white, of course, realizes if he doesn't do something about that e-pawn, he's going to be finished off. So, okay, sure, you can take that pawn. Well, yeah, sure. My kingside pawn. Good. Now it's time to run down the board. So white realizes that pawn's fast, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a good way to stop it. So remember, the pawns are strongest when they're together. Oh, excuse me. And of course, you can't take. Okay, queen. And that's the nail in the coffin. Is takes a pawn, queen, and it's all over. So white realized it's time to throw in the towel, and he resigned. So I hope you guys enjoyed that Ruy Lopez exchange, and I will see you guys next time.